Good morning, everyone. This is Commissioner Bell. Today is Tuesday, June 30th, 2026, and we'll call this meeting to order at 8 a.m. Commissioners Fournier and Scar are out of the office today. Before we get started, I'd like to remind everyone to mute your phones. You can do this by pressing star 6. Please unmute yourself when called to speak, again pressing star 6. It's very important for all others to remain muted. Thank you. Let's jump right in with the Adventist Health Tillamook and President Eric Swanson.
Hey, good morning, Commissioner.
Good morning.
Good morning. We have, let's see if I get my computer to show me the right numbers. 7 patients in the hospital today. Yesterday we did 10 surgery cases. Ambulance crews did 9 911 transports, no transfers, no transports home. We had a couple celebrations last week. Got to celebrate Amy Miller, who has worked for Adventist Health for 33 years and retired. And congratulations to Amy. Look forward to seeing her as a retiree in the future. I also want to thank everyone for coming to the Ryan Stevenson concert last Thursday night. It was great music and a great message. And I received a text from Ryan after the concert, and he shared with me how happy he was by the turnout and the energy of the people in the room. And so we look forward to seeing him again in the future. Let's see, what else should I tell you? Recruitment. Last week I gave you kind of an update on where we're at with recruiting some new physicians and a PA. And we're one step closer with one of the family medicine physicians with OB. The physician signed their letter of intent, so we're moving on to the contracting phase. Hiring a physician is not easy, and it's not very fast. But we're moving forward with this physician and look forward to hopefully bringing him to Tillamook. So we continue to work on those sorts of things. Dr. Mike Helferty has worked here for a number of years, and he was recently appointed as our ambulatory medical director, which means he gives medical direction and oversight to all of our ambulatory clinics. We have 6 of them, 4 in Tillamook County and 2 outside of Tillamook County. So congratulations to Dr. Helferty and on that appointment. So with that, I don't have anything else for you, so I'll go back on mute unless you have questions for me.
Thank you, Eric. I received some marketing from Adventist Health Tillamook recently about your expanded orthopedic practice, that there's a new orthopedic physician, which made me very happy for you because I know that that's just a much needed service. Do you want to talk about that doctor for a second?
Sure. Dr. Brown is working part-time. He's partnering with Dr. LaFleur, and he covers, I think he's in clinic a couple weeks a month and then covers Dr. LaFleur when he's gone. Dr. Brown is a great guy, and he's super smart. He went to MIT for biomechanical engineering. I think I got that right. So he has a bachelor's, master's, and PhD from MIT in biomechanical engineering, and then decided that he wanted to be a physician. So he went to Harvard Medical School, and he's board certified in orthopedic surgery and has done additional training in sports medicine injuries. So he likes to help fix people when they've been injured. So we're just glad to have Dr. Brown on our team. Nice guy, super smart, and gives great care to our patients. I know that I helped with a patient last week that needed to be seen, and Dr. Brown did an excellent job, according to the family, taking care of this young man who got hurt and helped get him healed. So Dr. Brown's going to be a great addition, and he, I think, purchased a home here in Tillamook, and so hopefully he's here to stay.
That's wonderful news. And what a fascinating career. Wow.
Yeah, for sure, right?
It's amazing. Yeah. Well, Dr. LaFleur and Rubin are both very popular, successful, talented, and I know that I've heard from people that sometimes they have to wait for appointments. So I think it's wonderful that there's a new orthopedist on staff. So thanks for that recruitment.
Yeah, you're welcome. We can thank Dr. LaFleur for it because he did all the actual recruitment, finding his own partner, and which always works better. But we're sensitive to the time it takes to get in to see any physician at this point, and we're trying to reduce those times. And recruitment is the key to getting those first appointment times decreased. So we're working hard for you.
Wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too. Let's move on to the Coastal Caucus. Do we have Representative Javity with us this morning? How about Senator Weber?
I'm here. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Well, I'm just fine. I was looking out to see if my garden was going to be additionally watered this morning, so I don't have to water it or not. It looks like it's a little cloudy there on the horizon, and so I may not have to water anything today either. It's a gift.
It's true. It's true.
We had a wonderful dairy parade. It was a little damp, but you know what? This town turns out, and it was a wonderful parade. And Courtney Banks rode in the car with me, even though my window wouldn't come up and my top wouldn't go down on my car. We still had a great parade. And I think that we tossed out about 40 pounds of candy. And so the sweet tooth were satisfied for all the small people. The thing that I have noticed, and this is just absolute, I mean, why would I even notice this? So Martin and I walk through town and, you know, a lot of the parade route in the morning and in the evening also. And the candy that I saw that was the least claimed, the one that is in the streets and in the bushes and on the sidewalks, was Tootsie Rolls. I love Tootsie Rolls. They've been overlooked. So anyway, just a little factoid. Tootsie Rolls were not the popular candy for the parade this year. Now we've got Clover's Day coming. We've got Dory Days coming. We have other opportunities within the county to celebrate and to acknowledge all the good things that are happening in our county and in our district. On 4th of July has got several parades up the coast. And I'll be going up to Warrenton to be in their parade. It's an interesting parade, and you know the guys that own the brothers that own the jewelry store in Warrenton are guys that I went to college with in Bemidji, Minnesota, and so it's always good to see those folks up there too. This week we spent time on the BPA and the salmon boxes and fish boxes, and hoping that will continue. The Coastal Caucus has written a letter and submitted a letter with encouragement to continue the program, because we all know how important our fish are to our economy. And I know that Rep. Javity has submitted a press release also to the Astorian concerning this. This is something that we need to be concerned about, our fish, our future, our economics. And so that has been a part of what we've been doing this week. Also, what I've been working on this week is with the Port of Astoria, because Pier 2, as we age, we have problems. As our peers and our infrastructure ages, problems develop. And there was an oil spill up there, a pipe that ran along there, and it resulted in a very expensive fix, about $2.5 million. And as we know, our ports and a lot of our government agencies don't have the resources to be able to come in and pay for all of this. Just like we're looking at the port of Tillamook Bay and our Hangar B, having the resources to be able to repair these wonderful structures and infrastructure that we have enjoyed for, countless number of years. And so we're working to look to see how we can get the money for both of those issues in our district. I had a really interesting meeting this week also with the prison ministries, and they are manufacturing desks, chairs, all sorts of things for offices, but they have a relatively new product that they are right now able to manufacture and sell, and it is a flip-top table that is ballistically safe. So they would like to market this to schools, office buildings, counties, anywhere where meetings are, because of the issues that we have today with some of the dangers of people acting out, and school shootings and shootings in meetings and things like this. And so the technology to be able to build these ballistically safe tables exists right here within our state in our prison industries. So that was very interesting. Today I also have an operational assessment orientation meeting with ODOT at 9:00, because we are continuing to work to see what we can do about the ODOT budget, the ODOT issues. I was really pleased to see the amount of pavement that has gone down on Highway 6 in addition to the other repairs that they have done, but it's only a start. In listening to the people that the industries and the unions that provide the paving for the state, and how much money is needed to be able to accomplish that and make sure that our roads are secure. And it's very expensive, but I'm pleased to see what we have achieved up Highway 6, and can only hope for more in the future. The other thing that we've got coming up, besides the Dory Day Parade, and they're working for the Center for acknowledging the history of the Dorys, and the building to be able to create a museum and a center that will acknowledge that and honor that into the future, is that we also have another monument within our district, and that's the Astoria column. And do you know that that's going to be celebrating its 100th birthday on the same day as the Dory Parade? And so we've got several celebrations beside our sesquicentennial 250 anniversary to acknowledge. And so with that, I'm just going to say, have a safe weekend. We don't need any accidents anywhere. We need our emergency services people to be able to celebrate weekend and the holiday, and not have to worry about what people are doing and harming themselves. So with that, do you have any questions?
Thank you, Senator. Oh, excuse me. I don't think I do have any questions, but I wish you a very happy 4th.
Thank you very much, and I wish the same for you. I made a cherry pie to celebrate, but I've eaten it all.
So. Good for you. All right, thank you. Do we have Rep. Jafferty with us this morning? Give him a moment to unmute if he's there. And if not, let's move on to Tillamook County Community Health Center and Camille Sorensen.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This the last day of June, today is, I believe. Finally, the last month of June is recognized as Post-Traumatic Stress Disorder Awareness Month. The American Psychological Association describes PTSD as an anxiety problem that develops in some people after extremely traumatic events such as combat, crime, accidents, or natural disasters. PTSD is associated with overwhelming symptoms of such as night sweats, panic attacks, flashbacks, and more. While exposure to trauma is the root cause of this disorder and trauma can affect everyone directly or indirectly, not all trauma results in PTSD. Many resources and treatment options exist to help manage symptoms of anxiety and PTSD, such as cognitive behavioral therapy, otherwise known as CBT, support groups, and even medications. If you or someone you know struggles with PTSD, you are not alone and help is available. Please talk with your healthcare provider about individualized options, or you can visit ptsd.va.gov for more information. I bring that up especially for 4th of July and fireworks. It's often triggering for a lot of people. Do you know anyone, do you enjoy connecting with individuals and want to make a positive impact on the health of your community? Consider a career in public health nursing. We are recruiting for a full-time registered nurse 3 for our home visiting program. This position supports families by providing direct case management, support, and improving access to services and referrals, completing basic health and developmental screenings, and providing education on topics such as nutrition, pregnancy, and postpartum care, infant feeding, child health, and immunizations. The position enjoys a flexible schedule and excellent benefits. If you're interested in more information or to apply, you can go to www.tillamookcounty.gov/HR for more information. And in just a couple more weeks, Dr. Westrom and Dove Rainbow will begin seeing dermatology patients at our Main Street Clinic location. You can call 503-842-3900 to make an appointment. Availability begins July 15th through October 21st. Don't wait until the schedule's full. Call 503-842-3900. Finally, we want to remind people that we will be hosting a retirement event for Marlene Putnam, our current Tillamook County Community Health Service Administrator who is retiring this summer after working for Tillamook County for over 32 years. She served about the last 16 years as our administrator at the health department. Community members are invited to her reception at the Tillamook County Library on Wednesday, July 22nd from 3:30 until 5:30. And that library is at 1716 3rd Street here in Tillamook. We welcome anyone who would like to come and wish Marlene well. And just to remind everybody, our clinics and offices will be closed this Friday, July 3rd in recognition of Independence Day. And we wish everyone a safe and happy holiday weekend. And that's the end of my report.
Thank you, Camille. We appreciate your report.
You're welcome.
Let's move on to, let's check in with the Nehalem Bay Health Center and Pharmacy and Gail Nelson.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
2 announcements. First of all, yes, we will also be closed this Friday, July 3rd, in celebration of the holiday. And secondly, we recently welcomed the Oregon Health Authority representatives for a very successful patient-centered primary care home visit. It was a site visit. We hold a Tier 5 recognition, the highest level awarded by the state, and their visit focused on how patient-centered care is carried out in practice, including team-based care coordination, and access support. And I'm very happy to announce that. And that's it for today.
Thank you, Gail.
You're welcome.
How about Tillamook? Do we have Tillamook Tillamook Family Counseling Center and Amanda Bunger?
Yeah, I'm here. Hello, everyone. Today I was going to talk about something we don't often talk about in addictions and mental health, and that is gambling. It is due to online and mobile sports betting, gambling is only increasing in the addictions community. So in Oregon, an estimated 88,000 adolescents and adults meet the criteria for a gambling disorder, while they estimate another at least 180,000 are at risk of developing a gambling problem. And interestingly, again, for online and mobile sports betting, about 2.5% of youth and adolescents are at risk to meet the definition of a gambling disorder. And so I wanted to let the community know that we at TFCC have someone who is trained and able to serve the needs of that population. And so if you or someone you know does struggle with gambling, we would encourage you to send us a referral and give us a call so that we can assess and help with the treatment of gambling. I know a lot of individuals don't want to come in person, or, for whatever reason would rather do this anonymously. Well, we're anonymous, but there is a statewide helpline that's available 24/7, and it is confidential support for anyone who even suspects they may have an issue with gambling. And that phone number is 1-877-MY-LIMIT. So that's 1-877-695-4648. And finally, we are also closed on July 3rd, but we will be back on Monday. So that's my report.
Thank you, Amanda. Thanks for talking about gambling. I think we talk about it occasionally in our meeting when Sarah Ermer from Tillamook Family Counseling Center comes to talk about gambling prevention. But in general, as a society, as a culture, I don't think we talk about it enough. And the problem is growing, and also the access is growing. It's shocking to me how easy it is for people to gamble now, how people can gamble online and sports betting you mentioned, and even buying lottery tickets online. It's so much more accessible, and that online behavior, it seems like it connects with compulsive behavior and also secretive behavior. And so it's really it's concerning, and especially there's a statistic that sticks in my head that I don't know if this is still true, but at one time I read that among all the addictions, gambling was the most likely, had the highest incidence of suicide. So it's I think we should be talking about it more.
Yes, I agree. And I haven't been at TFCC long enough, but from what I hear from staff, we haven't had someone specifically trained in gambling addiction treatment. And so we do have an individual now who is available to treat gambling. And so I did want to get that out into the community that we have this resource. And again, send us a referral or just give us a call and we can make an appointment with that therapist. And children as well. Like I said, adolescents, that's a very big one that often parents don't know their kids are doing it online, or even in some of the video games and things like that. So again, we are here. Send us a referral, give us a call, or do at least reach out to 877-MY-LIMIT.
Thank you very much, Amanda. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Yeah.
Let's move on to emergency management. Randy Thorpe, are you with us this morning? Give Randy a moment to unmute if he's there. And if not, I'll just jump right into my report. I want to talk for a minute about the 4th of July and the 250th anniversary of our Declaration of Independence. And a couple of events. There are a lot of really fun events happening over the 4th of July, as per usual. Tillamook County does a great job celebrating the 4th, but there are a couple of special events happening specific to the 250th anniversary. And so I just want to mention those because I don't know that everybody knows about these. So the Tillamook County Pioneer Museum is having a new exhibit, has a new exhibit right now called Lincoln's Legacy, Celebrating America's 250th. And the exhibit highlights Lincoln's political career and the origin of the Declaration of Independence. And it's really fascinating. It's an originally curated exhibit, meaning it was developed here by our own Tillamook County Pioneer Museum. You won't see it someplace else. It's not traveling. And it was developed with Lincoln memorabilia from Senator Mark Hatfield. So this is a cool local connection. Senator Mark Hatfield, which you know, a lot of us remember and hopefully everyone's heard of, was a Lincoln student. He was a student of Lincoln. He was fascinated by Lincoln. He thought of Lincoln as an icon and someone to whom he looked up and would aspire to be like. And so he collected Lincoln memorabilia, and people knew it in the way that when somebody knows you, they know what you collect. And so people gave him Lincoln memorabilia. All kinds of people gave him Lincoln memorabilia. And so he had this amazing collection. And a whole bunch of Senator Mark Hatfield's Lincoln collection was donated to the Tillamook County Pioneer Museum in 1997. And then an additional amount was donated in the early 2000s. So the Pioneer Museum has this Lincoln memorabilia from Senator Mark Hatfield, and they used it. They created curated an exhibit around that, and it's just wonderful. So I highly, it's a really special thing. It's something for us to be proud of. I really encourage the community to check out the Lincoln exhibit at the Tillamook County Pioneer Museum. And you don't have to do it this week, but although you could, because it'd be a great way to celebrate the 4th. But that exhibit is up through November. And also at the Tillamook County Library, there's a special program on July 3rd, Friday, from 11 to 12 in the Hatfield Room in the main branch of the library. And this is also about the Declaration of Independence. This is Mark Johnson, who's a political historian and author from Tillamook County. He lives in Manzanita. Mark will be at the Tillamook County Library doing a presentation on the Declaration of Independence, how it came about, and how its meaning and importance have shaped America and shaped world politics for the last 250 years. It's going to be fascinating. Mark is he's just a wealth of information and an excellent author, and that'll be a cool opportunity to come and talk about the Declaration of Independence, because he's invited questions. You know, come with your questions, come with your ideas, and so that'll just be a wonderful opportunity and something special for the 250th anniversary. And then on July 4th at the library, there will be a reading of the Declaration of Independence at Maxwell Park, and the library has done this before in cooperation with TAPA. And it really is, it's a wonderful thing. Like, we talk about the Declaration of Independence, but when was the last time you actually read it? So it's a wonderful thing to read it or to hear it read and to really soak in the words of our forefathers and the intentions of them. So that's at Maxwell Park on July 4th itself from 11 to 12. So I just wanted people to know about those things because they're special to the 250th anniversary, and echo Senator Weber's urge for people to stay safe this 4th, and enjoy all the fun things that are happening in Tillamook County. There are several parades. The Clover's Day Parade in Cloverdale is happening this year on the 4th. It's often not on the 4th. It's generally on the Saturday around the holiday, but of course this time the 4th is a Saturday. So there's the Clover's Day Parade, the Rockaway Beach Parade, the Manzanita Parade, and other goofy fun things that I hope Mayor McNeely will tell us about in Rockaway Beach, like the Wiener Dog races. So I'll stop there and move on to the cities. So how about the city of Manzanita? Do we have anyone
Commissioner
on
Bell,
for
can you hear
Manzanita?
me?
Hold
Yes,
Hi, Linda.
this is
There you are.
Kozlowski. Well, just a real quick question, Commissioner Bell. When you mentioned Mark Johnson's presentation, what time is that? Mark is just an exceptional presenter and fascinating to listen to, but I didn't get the time at the library.
Thank you. It's 11 o'clock at the Tillamook County Library main branch in Tillamook. 11 o'clock.
Okay, great. Great. Thank you. Thanks for that information. Oh, just to continue kind of the focus of today's discussion, Manzanita has really been focused this week in the final preparation for the holiday. The planning is going smoothly for our July 4th parade. Our theme this year is Sand, Sea, and 250 Years of Liberty. Our city's public works, police department, parade committee, and community emergency response teams are ready. It's really just an entire community project, and we're really looking forward to it. As of this morning, we have 46 registered entries, which is on track for previous years. If anybody would like to volunteer for the day of the parade, please join us at our volunteer meeting July 3rd at 5 p.m. at Underhill or City Hall Field. We have a special thank you gift for participants and volunteers this year while supplies last, so come join us. It will be a lot of fun. We are very excited to have the mayors of Wheeler and Nehalem join Mayor Stock in the parade this year. We are also asking our community members and visitors to refrain from using illegal fireworks. Illegal fireworks, including anything that really flies into the air, explodes, or travels more than 12 feet horizontally, are considered along the ground, are prohibited by law because they pose a significant risk of serious injury and can start fires. With fire danger always a concern, compliance is especially important, and we will impose a $500 penalty for those that use illegal fireworks. On other city business, we have been awarded a grant from FEMA for disaster relief from the landslide we had during last year's rainy season. We're in the process of executing that contract now and expect to get a 75% reimbursement, which we're really pleased about. As mentioned last week, we have been awarded 2 Connex boxes full of emergency supplies from Oregon Resilience and Emergency Management. We are currently working with an architect for site preparation and are in the process of bringing plans to our Planning Commission in August. We just wrapped up the Classic Street project with the exception of speed cushions, which are expected to be installed in July. Classic Street is a major connector between Juanita and the State Park, and the upgrade has really been followed closely by the community. It is really important for us. And lastly, our Public Works Department has filled all open positions, and we are a full crew beginning in July. And so with that, I pass the baton back to you, Commissioner Bell. Thank you. And happy 4th of
Linda.
July.
Happy 4th to you. I need to make a correction. Laura Swanson just texted me and said I was incorrect about the time of the Mark Johnson presentation, and it's at 2 p.m. rather than 11 a.m. So I apologize to everyone for incorrect information. The Mark Johnson presentation is at 2 p.m. on Friday, July 3rd, and thank you, Laura Swanson. So let's move on to the city of Nehalem. Do we have anyone on from Nehalem? Or Wheeler? How about Rockaway Beach? Mayor McNeely.
Thank you. Yes, Mayor McNeely is in the house this morning. I always enjoy these calls. I learn a lot about what's going on in the county and from the other cities. So appreciate everybody's participation. I'll begin by letting our community know that our summer 2026 newsletter is available on our city website. It's been emailed to those who subscribe to our city email list and will be enclosed in our next water bill. Chief Hesse, as he always does, represented our city well again during an interview on KTIL's Tillamook Today radio show. He was joined by Jim Oder with Nestucca Rural Fire. They covered the upcoming burn ban, fireworks, bonfires, wildfire protection, and more. Just a shout out to Chief Hesse. Speaking of the burn ban, the countywide, not countrywide, the countywide burn ban will go into effect tomorrow, July 1st. This prohibition includes open pile burning and burn barrels. However, permitted backyard fire pits and beach campfires will remain allowed under current regulations. Residents are encouraged, of course, to remain mindful of conditions and follow all applicable safety guidelines. Our crack public works crew made repairs to the playground surface around the merry-go-round at the Anchor Street Playground. In just 2 years since the playground opened, our playground has received so much use, the kiddos literally wore holes through the playground surface. As our guys made repairs to ensure the playground remains a safe place to have fun, kids waited anxiously to have their turn on the merry-go-round as soon as it became available to them. Clearly, when we built and opened this playground, it became a very popular place for children of all ages. And as the counselor from Manzanita mentioned, 4th of July is approaching fast. We have our usual lineup events. Our annual 4th of July parade starts at 11 a.m., beginning at the Neocani School District offices on North 3rd and ending on South 3rd at South Easy Street. Our theme this year is Generations by the Sea, celebrating 250 years of freedom. One thing I've learned since I first ran for mayor in 2022, we really are a generational community with grandparents, parents, children, grandchildren coming to Rockaway Beach, going back for decades. I am excited also to have mayors from local cities. Garibaldi and Bay City will be joining us in our parade. I think the commissioner mentioned our annual Firecracker Wiener Nationals dog races at Phyllis Baker Park, and that starts at 1 p.m. If you want to register your little wiener dog, you need to show up by noon to do that. This event just keeps growing every year, and one of the most exciting things that goes on the 4th of July. The Lions Club sponsored Treasury Hunt and races on the beach behind St. Mary's Catholic Church commence at 2:45. And of course, we will end the day with an epic fireworks show beginning at 10 p.m. at the Wayside. But I do want to close with a friendly reminder that all personal fireworks are prohibited in the city of Rockaway Beach per our municipal code, and that personal fireworks are also prohibited on beaches, state parks, and on state and federal forested lands per the Oregon State Fire Marshal. With that, back to you, Commissioner.
Thank you, Mayor.
Okay.
One other thing I'm aware of that I'll mention in Rockaway Beach is Rockaway Beach book sale at the Rockaway Beach Library on the 3rd and from 10 to 3. And I think it's $1 for all books and CDs, $1 for everything. So that's a fun sale. And I was thinking when I read about it, I was thinking, oh, that's great because there will be all these families in town and they can go to the library and get some new books. So I just wanted to mention that.
Thank you. I appreciate you bringing that up.
You're welcome. Do we have anybody on from Garibaldi? Let's move on to Bay City.
Good morning. This is Leanne Welch, and thank you very much for this phone call. So this morning we have coffee with the mayor at 9:30 at City Hall, and all are welcome. We usually have a robust conversation about what's going on in Bay City. And related to that, the sewer lateral program starts July 1st. And this is a program we have spent months and months working on. And the goal is to reduce groundwater infiltrating into the stormwater, the sewer collection system. When we get heavy rains, we get up to a million gallons of extra water that we treat at the treatment plant. So if you are having a property transaction, that you will fall into that program, or as we continue to clean and inspect the sewer collection system, if we see failing sewer laterals during that program, we will be letting the residents know and then working with them to reduce that inflow. And the boosters, the Bay City Booster Club, has been continuing to work on our welcome garden right there on Highway 101 in Hayes Oyster. It's fully bloomed. There's beautiful artwork. There's benches to sit on. So I welcome the overall community of Tillamook County and anybody traveling to come visit and see what we've got there. And our Public Works team continues to construct our new playground equipment. They're doing a great job. Lots of little pieces to put together, and really excited for the youth in our community to enjoy this when we're done. And that's my report for today. So thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Do we have the City of Tillamook on and Sean Lewis? Sean may not be with us this morning. I will circle back around and ask for Randy Thorpe, who I think was on the call but was muted when I called on him.
Yes, I'm here. I had a call I took right exactly as you called on me, so the timing was perfect to not be available. But I am now available. What I'd like to do is over the next couple of days, we're going to have some very exciting activity. It's going to be the Community Wildfire Preparedness events. And this is in conjunction with the Community Wildfire Protection Plan that the county is preparing for the countywide on that. And first of all, the first event will be today. That's June 30th, and that's going to be at 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. That's going to be up at the Nehalem Bay Fire District offices there in Nehalem. And so that will be from 2 to 4. And then later on this evening at 5:30 to 7:30, the event will be taking place at the Oregon Department of Forestry Tillamook District Office. They're out there on 5005 3rd Street. And then tomorrow, the event will be down at the Kiwanda Community Center there in Pacific City. And that will be from 5:30 to 7:30 at night. And this is going to be a great opportunity. They're going to have a lot of people there from both state forestry and also from our local fire departments there. And they'll be talking about wildfire preparedness. And along with some Tillamook ice cream, there's going to be a great photo op with Smokey Bear and Sasquatch. So it's something that you definitely want to be there for. And bring your camera so you can get those pictures with my favorite, Smokey Bear. So anyway, please attend whichever one of these you can, and it'll be a great opportunity to get some information about the community plan that is being written, and also be able to ask any questions that you have with preparing your community and your home for wildfire preparedness. So with that, I will turn it back to you, Commissioner Bell.
Thank you, Randy. Are the wildfire events that you just described, are those on the emergency management page of the website? So if people want to read more about those and remind themselves of the time and dates, are those on your page?
Yes, and they're also on the emergency management Facebook page too. It's got the little
Perfect.
flyers there. So, and like I said, great opportunity, and that's going to be, we figured we'd hit North, Central, and South County all in the next couple of days. And also the team that is doing our plan will be presenting to the county commissioners at their briefing tomorrow also.
Terrific. All right. Thank you so much, Randy.
It's going to be
Okay. Well, if there isn't anybody else that I missed, we can adjourn this meeting at 8:44 a.m. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Thank you, everyone, for participating. Thanks, as always, to KTIL for broadcasting this meeting. And have a happy, safe 4th of July, everyone. Thank you.